Okay, I got a 2008 Tahoe here, and I had just come from a hockey game, and we were backing out of the parking lot, and I hit one of the concrete posts that was in the parking garage. So you can see the damage right here, broken glass, and now I'm going to show you how to fix it. Okay, so here are some of the tools that I'm going to be using to do this repair. I've got these little plastic pry tools here, these little thingamajiggies. They're kind of stiff plastic, so they're real good for getting underneath the mirror to lift it up to get it out of the housing. I'll show you how we're going to do that. If it's really lodged on there tight because it clips into these little clips, then I use this. It's like a screwdriver with a flat end on it, but you've got to be super careful if you use this. I recommend you start with the orange things, the little pry things. Then if you can't get it off, then go to this, but you got to be super careful. Wrap it in like a towel, and then you can get underneath it and pry it up. And then lastly, I have this socket little wrench thing with like a Torx head on it, and that is to get the screws out to get the motor off, because I broke not only the glass but the motor. And then last but not least, the brand new beautiful piece of glass. All right, so I'm going to start off with this tool here, kind of get underneath the mirror and pry it up, because what you have to do is you got to pry the mirror up. There's some little grooves that it's down in. You have to pry the mirror up to get to it. So I've got my tool, so here I go. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to push up to try and pop it loose. Kind of have to put a little bit of pressure on it, and then you'll feel it come loose like that. So these little guys here are locked into these clips on this backing plate, and it comes up and pops off. So broken mirror came off. All right, next is we want to take off these guys. This is your turn signal fitting, and then these are your heaters. I think the one with the letters go on the outside and this one goes on the inside. So it's the old piece of glass. All right, so now we got to take off this little cover to get to the motor. So this is the cover, all right? And it's also popped on, so you kind of pull from one side here a little bit, and it pops right off. It comes right off, and this is the motor. This piece right here, okay? You stop it. All right, so now I'm taking this motor off. There's 4 screws. I got this little Torx tool, which is a T10. Little T10 Torx tool, and then there's 4 of these screws, and you put it in, and you take it out this. Okay, so got the 4 screws out, and the motor is ready to come out. Right back here, it's got a little plug in it, and it actually comes out really easy. Only goes in one way, so a little plug, and now you've got the motor out. So I need to replace this. This is bad, and then it'll go back together the same way. Okay, so now the reversal, we're going to put the new motor. Got the new motor here, and we're going to put that back in. So this goes here. Fits right in. This part was a little sketchy because you have to make sure you put this with the numbers readable straight up and down, or else if you do it this way, the mirror will be backwards. So you got to do it this way. I'll put my 4 screws in like this here and mount it. So pretty easy to do at this point. That's good. Okay, putting the 4th screw in all the way, make sure it's snug. Okay, next we put this guy back on. Remember this piece? So make sure it's got kind of different way. Make sure this little round thing is up top. So you're going to get that, you line it up on here, and you just pop it on. So it just pops on like that. Okay, next comes our shiny new mirror. All right, so now first thing we want to do is we want to hook this into the back here. So that goes in there. These little guys, I think these are the heater thing for the, if you have a heated mirror. That goes on there. The one with the writing goes on the outside. Okay. All right, so now we're ready to put this in. What we're going to do is these little notches here are going to fit over these things, these four. So you're going to put the mirror up here and then you're going to slide it down. You're going to slide it down into those. Okay? All right, so now I've kind of got it in and then I pop it down. There, you kind of heard it pop into place. So now it's in and it's secure. Okay? So next thing we want to do is check it, make sure it works. So, blinker. Blinker works. And then we want to check to make sure it goes up and down. It moves very nicely. I think it's going to work. All right. And that's how you fix a broken mirror.